Hello, everybody, and thank you for taking time to spend with us today on this very important webinar. My name is Dave Taylor. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer here at Impartner, and I'm very pleased to be joined today with our customer of ours named Chris Rallo. He's the Director of Global Partner Program and Strategy at Rackspace. Chris has been a longtime customer of Impartner, and we're going to share with you today some of Chris's experience, the experience that his team had on their journey towards deploying a partner portal. As we go through the conversation today, we'll refer to partner portals, PRM or product relationship management tools, and just to set the landscape very quickly for you, what we're talking about is for companies who sell either completely or primarily through an indirect channel, through partners or resellers or agents or whatever you call them, companies that sell through an indirect channel have traditionally had very poor tools for managing the relationship with those indirect channel partners. And the portals that we talk about are partner portals that we build for companies like Rackspace that allow them to engage more closely and more efficiently with partners that they have in their channel. We have noticed that quite a few customers have, in the past, chosen to build their own portals, or what we call BYOP, build your own portal. And really the purpose for the conversation today is to share with you some of the things that you'll miss out on by building your own portal, some of the hidden costs, some of the features that you'll miss, as well as some challenges that you'll experience on that path. We understand the temptation that companies have when they have strong internal IT organizations or a strong internal development team. We understand that siren's song of wanting to build your own portal. But it's a phenomenon that has been spoken of recently by the analyst group Gartner, as they documented a prediction that they have for a shift that will happen in 2016, as a large percentage of companies that had traditionally built their own portal technology will shift away from that solution and onto the solution of a commercially available out-of-the-box partner portal, such as the one that Impartner provides. I have loaded into the webinar the document that Gartner published about that functionality, and you can download that and read it at your leisure. We've also loaded into it an infographic that we created that discusses these 8 reasons that we recommend you avoid the siren song of building your own portal. And these are the 8 reasons that you see on the screen: time to market, a loss of focus for the IT team, all the way down through, your internal IT team may or may not be experts in the indirect channel. So I've summarized all of these things quickly into the 3 things we believe at Impartner that you will lack by building your own portal. One is this variety of hidden costs, and I'll talk you through what those costs are. Secondly, I'll share with you some features that you'll miss. And third, as we talk around what we believe the role of an internal IT department should be versus spending that time building out a partner portal. So we'll talk through these things very quickly. And I want to start off, first of all, by sharing with you what we mean by hidden costs. The value of working with a company such as Impartner is we give to a customer, or to a potential customer, a cost estimate that is one fixed price and includes all of these things: the purchase, the design, the development, and the deployment, all the way through the onboarding and the hosting of your partner portal. And I want you to understand that all of the costs that we document are all combined together and handled for you by Impartner. We are with you every step of the way. The last bullet there for both ongoing maintenance and support is we don't let go of your hand until we're satisfied that you're satisfied, that your partners are getting the experience that they want in working with you through your portal. If you were to choose to develop and deploy your own partner portal, I think that you might miss some of these. For example, we are passionate about the way we brand our customers' portals. In just a moment, when I show you the portal that we developed for Chris and his team at Rackspace, I'll show you how it is a pixel-perfect representation of their corporate .com website, and we really believe that that's critical. For a company that does a lot of revenue through the indirect channel, it's always been interesting to me to see a company that will spend a lot of time and effort on their corporate .com website, but not on their partner portal website. And as you know, if you do business through the indirect channel, that partner portal really is your front door to the majority of your market, to the majority of your revenue. So in order to really effectively deploy a powerful and revenue-generating portal, you're going to need to hire a design firm to help design that up. Please don't let your IT department in 2016 do a rough skin over an FTP website. That might have worked in 2006, a decade ago. Today, it just won't fly. So there's a cost you might not have identified. There are other hidden costs, training, the hosting thereof. You know, a lot of people don't build into their cost estimate the process of hosting the portal. So there are quite a few things that we believe that you would miss as you cost it out yourselves. The second area that we talk about is features that you may miss out on as well. And I want to share this feature conversation with you around this kind of analogy. When I talk to a customer, I'll typically ask them, what CRM tool do you use? Tell me what you use. Is it Oracle Sales Cloud? Is it Salesforce.com or Microsoft Dynamics? And usually, always, the customer will tell me that they have some commercial, off-the-shelf CRM tool deployed in their environment, and I always like to ask them the question, look, you're using Salesforce.com. Why didn't you build your own? And that always sets them back a little bit. And they have answers. You know, they'll give me an answer. Well, there are features in Salesforce.com and their Salesforce automation tool, their CRM tool, that we just wouldn't have even thought of. In fact, not only are there features that you wouldn't have thought of, I'll tell you that I recently deployed a tool here at Impartner to help connect my leads and my opportunities better inside my Salesforce engine, and it uses some undocumented and unknown features within Salesforce to give me a deeper insight into my sales pipeline here. And if I had chosen to develop my own CRM, I would have missed that. That is one tool that I would have missed. Well, that same conversation can be had in the PRM space. For example, I give you a minute ago the conversation around this pixel-perfect branding. You would, I guarantee you, be tempted to kind of shortcut that branding mechanism, thinking, hey, it's only the partner portal. Listen, I would share with you how critically important it is to get that branding right. And there are many, I'm not going to spend the time to go through all of these things, but there are many features that we have built into our tool, such as, look at the last bullet, social media integration. We have built into the portals that we develop and deploy for our customers great integration with many social media platforms that allow you to broaden and to magnify your reach to your potential marketplace by leveraging the power of social media. Had you chosen to develop your own, you might very well have missed that. We have, as an example, a content management system in our partner portals that let you and your own team of channel-focused people edit your own content and beef up and change and personalize the experience around your own content. If your internal IT development team builds your portal, I can guarantee you they're not going to build you a content management system. So that's just, those are just a few examples that I like to share of features that you probably would miss on your own. The third big area is that of what should your internal IT department be doing with their time and resources. And I'm suggesting that some of the things they should not be doing is building a PRM from scratch. by all means, focus on building analytics into your sales funnel. Focus on making sure that your corporate security is up to standards, etc. Don't spend your time building a CRM tool, use Microsoft Dynamics or Salesforce.com, and don't spend your time building a PRM tool. Turn to a channel expert company such as Impartner. So again, that's just a suggestion. In fact, I've got a few kind of interesting graphics here just to share with you that there are some things that we recommend are best not done at home. Obviously, the haircut, the home atomic energy lab, probably best left to the experts. My favorite, of course, is the home LASIK eye surgery kit with the step number 4, don't blink. So I recommend that there are several things that are best not done at home, and we draw a line between DIY and DIY, do it yourself versus do yourself in. And we recommend in something that's as critically important to your business as maximizing the experience your partners have through your portal, it's best if that is left to the experts, such as Impartner. All right, we're very happy today to have a guest presenter, Chris Rallo from Rackspace. Rackspace has had a lot of experience with portals, both homegrown, both a couple of different off-the-shelf, and Chris will share his experience with you along with what ended up bringing them back to Impartner, as well as some of his thoughts around what the value in that partnering relationship has been for them. And when Chris is done, we'll have a little bit of a dialogue, and then I'll wrap up with a summary slide. So, Chris, without any further ado, thanks for taking time to do this with us today, and we'll turn the time right over to you.
Hey, Dave, thanks. Really appreciate it. And for those that are on this webinar, it's a privilege of mine to be doing this with Impartner. I've been working with them for many years, and this is something I've been doing and helping out with them because we have gone through a lot of the areas that Dave mentioned before, where we've gone through different iterations. So my role here at Rackspace, I've been at Rackspace for 7 years, as Dave mentioned in the beginning, Director of Partner Programs globally and strategy. We started, our channel is relatively new, meaning 2007, 2008. And when we started, we had one of our partners who was a web developer built a portal for us, very minimal functionality, literally deal registration and nothing else behind it. As we grew our partner ecosystem and started to expand and evolve our program, we decided, well, hey, we do a lot of web hosting. We were back then more of a traditional hosting provider. We've evolved since then. We had some developers in-house, and we said, hey, well, let's try to do this ourselves so we can have more control over the branding, the look and feel, and maybe see some other functionality we can add in. We quickly learned that not a good idea. Again, limited functionality, what we were able to build. The branding was there, but everybody here that was working on this had a day job, and the maintenance and control of managing this portal was just wasn't effective. So that's when we went on the RFP process and started looking at leading vendors out there. And again, our channel was evolving, so we needed something more robust and looking at it more global than just the Americas. So in the beginning process, we had a handful of vendors. One of them being Impartner in Salesforce, and at our company we have standardized on Salesforce CRM. So it was just a logical flow to obviously look at their PRM solution. There was definitely some internal pressure from an IT perspective to standardize on systems as opposed to leveraging a lot of third-party tools where they've got to consolidate and integrate and do SSOs, et cetera. And when we initially saw Salesforce, what they showed out of the box seemed like it worked. The reality was when we got it, it was literally deal registration out of the box, and that's it. And then we quickly learned that, okay, in order to implement all the things we wanted, very simple, basic thing with fields and other limited functionality, we had to get an SI involved to help us customize and build this out. And what the frustrating part there was, we were expecting out of the box we deploy in months, and this ended up taking us many more months with additional costs that we hadn't anticipated with the SI. And then, from there we went, okay, well, hey, we're spending all this money on the SI from outsource. What are some of the things we can do internally, putting a dev team together, some business analysts, could we get faster speed to market? So we built a team around that, again, internal costs. And bottom line is we spent a lot of time, heavy investment, and got very, very limited functionality outside of, deal registration, a reporting screenshot. Basically, it gave the partners a snapshot of where they were from a partner benefits perspective. And we invested a ton of resources and dollars into this. And again, we didn't get the functionality that we were hoping to get out of the box. So again, we had worked with Impartner for several years. Me personally, I've been working with them for since the time I've been at Rackspace. And during that time, what was interesting is, even though we standardized on Salesforce PRM, from the very beginning, we very quickly wanted to get off. Wasn't a simple thing being a large company that we are. So we were trying to see what are some ways that Impartner can help us from a module perspective, where we can incorporate pieces and components, again, building an SSO, and it just kind of led us back to Impartner. And one of the key things from even the beginning to where we are now, and when we made the decision to, eventually our contract was up and go to Impartner, is, so part one is they get channel. Salesforce is a great, incredible CRM platform, but they don't necessarily have domain expertise in channel and understanding partners and how to go to market with partners. The great thing of Impartner, their co-founder, Eric, he had a channel background. He got it. He understood it. He understood what partners needed. They built a platform that had that in mind. So that was a real key decision for us, because they got our language. They understood us. They knew our pain points. And the other thing is just the flexibility of a SaaS-based solution that they had. There wasn't a ton of customization that was needed at all. It was very much out of the box, and it provided a ton of feature function. And the other thing, the proof is always in the pudding, right? So anytime you engage with any partner or vendor, there's this expectation of timeline, and sometimes those aren't always met. And at this time, when we moved from Salesforce to Impartner, we had a larger partner ecosystem. We were a global channel at that point in time. So you're talking different regions, different time zones, thousands and thousands of partners. And, the last thing you want to do is disrupt that ecosystem, right? And, it has impact on revenue. And, the most important thing that we got out, so Impartner, what we saw is what we got. It was an incredible out-of-the-box solution. The implementation timeline was absolutely seamless, amazingly seamless, where, it was 30 days plus versus the years it took us before to get limited functionality. And the best part about it was there was little to no disruption to our partner ecosystem. So the experience both for us, from a channel program perspective, and to our partners was very seamless and not disruptive at all. So we don't consider Impartner a vendor. We absolutely consider them, an extension of our family, a Racker, if you will, a partner. They definitely share the same level of customer support that we're known in the industry for. They have definitely grown in the industry as a leader. The great thing about the relationship that we have together is they do listen to their customers, right? I've been working with them for many years now, almost my entire time at Rackspace. And even when they weren't a partner of ours, they were still taking input and feedback. And we had one little module with them. So it's just been incredible to have that type of relationship where they listen to you. They value your input and feedback, and they've kind of built a roadmap, not just with Rackspace in mind, but with all of their customers in mind. And that's why it's very easy for me to sit here and talk to you all that are looking to make a similar decision, because it was easy, it was seamless. It's an ongoing partnership that works incredibly. You know, and really the last thing, and this last bullet point says it, is I was on the ledge, and we fell off the ledge. And the last thing I want to do is see anybody go through the same pain and process that we went through, where this is, you know, make the right decision, look for those that have done this, that have the experience, and you know, hey, I'm here to talk you off the ledge, and hopefully I did a little bit of that today.
Chris, thanks. That's really good. That's so helpful. I love the phrases that you used. You know, everybody had their day job, and you know, and the way you describe the solution as being an out-of-the-box solution, I think, is very powerful. If you don't mind, one of the things you said is really intriguing to me. You talked about a little bit of internal pressure from the IT organization to kind of standardize the tools, and I just want to make sure I kind of zero in on that just for a second,
yep.
And only because we've recently here at Impartner, I brought on a new tool for some of the marketing automation tasks that we wanted to do, and we looked at a variety of tools, and I was naturally drawn to the one that was provided by our own CRM provider, simply because it's
yep.
one interface and one tool and one vendor, and is that, I mean, that's probably a little bit what you're referencing around your own IT department, but I'd love to hear just a little bit more from you about that. Is that all right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, it was, you know, for the IT organization, you know, it was the easiest, you know, for them, it was more seamless because it's not adding more third-party tools on top of a platform that we've standardized on. So I think it was the path to least resistance for the business from an IT perspective. But for me as a key stakeholder and decision maker in this process, it's not that I didn't want to align with IT, take their recommendation, but ultimately we were looking for a solution that fit the needs for our partners, right? We were looking at our partners versus looking at, well, we've got all these different systems in place, let's make sure we standardize. Well, no, let's try to figure out the best path for that and how it can work best, versus just trying to use what we've already standardized on. And if that makes sense, then that's great, but in this case, it absolutely 100% didn't make sense. And we needed the flexibility to have a tool that was right for us too, as people that are, you know, building out this partner program, but fundamentally for our partners.
No, I think that's exactly right. I think you're replaying back from your side the experience that we just had on our side going through this process as well, where I can see that draw of standardized data sets, standard interface. I can see that draw, and yet what it ultimately came down to for us was we would just be giving up too much functionality by making that compromise. And so, no, I see exactly what you're saying. Oh, that's very good. So let me just summarize real quickly. You know, our feeling is that typically deployments that we do for a customer tend to be both more functional because there are features that we include that you would not have on your own, as well as less expensive. And we look at that both as an immediate cost as well as over time. I think going with a commercial off-the-shelf, out-of-the-box product ends up with a lower price tag with it. We also have a set of tools that we can share with internal IT departments to help them understand that it's not an either-or. Bring this Impartner PRM tool in-house, and we'll give you a variety of tools that let you as an IT department use this as a platform to kind of drive value for the company and to leverage the tools that we're providing you to help generate momentum and forward motion for the company, and really help the IT people kind of get on board. So we want our customers never to overlook the fact that we're not trying to, this is not shadow IT. We're not trying to short circuit IT. We need them. We want to stand together with IT and use this as a platform to help drive success. We do generate a lot of value. We've seen, we've got case study after case study where our customers are seeing huge return on their channel investment. And bottom line for us, and I say this in all honesty, we really enjoy and value partnering up with customers like Rackspace. To hear somebody of Chris's stature say that we've helped enable their business, that is so rewarding for us. And so we're very, very passionate about that. So with that, we'll wrap up. Chris, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, absolutely. And if I could make one more comment,
yes,
if
please.
that's okay. One of the things we value here at Rackspace is it's called Net Promoter Score, and Rackspace is known in the industry for fanatical support. And the power of not only listening to the partner vendor you're going to for a solution, but the power of listening to a customer that has these experiences is so important. We do it in our business. I gladly do this with Impartner. And one thing I would just encourage is, as you're going through these processes, talk to the people who have been there, who have done that, who have gone through the trials and tribulations. It makes such an impact and can help in the decision process.
That's really good advice. I appreciate you bringing that up. We try our best to work with customers, and the reason that we partner up with somebody like Rackspace and seek your feedback on features, etc., is you know better what you want in your program than we do. But we also want people to know that we do have a group of third-party consultants that have helped with a lot of portal deployments. We're always happy to make introductions, and Chris has been very helpful in the past, and jumped on phone calls with our customers that were just getting ready to dive in, and can kind of walk them through the process as well. So, very good point. All right, listen, with that, we want to thank everybody for their time today. Chris, once again, thank you so much, and we'll look forward to catching up with all of you again soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you.